The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be up. Now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, come on, no, come on. Hey, Monday, protein spill. 25.
Now it's Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come out in the pistol. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Good. 180. 51 to Mike. Real. Situation. Let's go. I got it.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Boom. That's how we do it.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, I'm coming.
Flacco. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Yellow, yellow.
Check your hot read.
Check 3. X3. 218, chopper. Check 24, watch 25.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Showing up.
Passing play, Flacco. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Just like that. Tighten up.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Sponge.
Rocket.
No. Hey,
Look. Squeeze.
Check 24.
Ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Get him, boys. 6-6. Pull it high.
3rd and 3.
Hey, Charlie.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Hey, pick it up, D.
General West.
First throw now for the backup lock. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Harris has it over the middle. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Demetrius Harris, 85 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Flacco. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. To pass, Flacco. Throw left side, it's reeled in by Hamilton. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. Hamilton, the fourth-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. Flacco now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Monday.
Operating off play action, Flacco. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Second and 10. Flacco once more. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long.
53.
Check pass.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Rabbit.
51.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
From the gun, Flacco. He'll find Lindsey here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Check 53's mic. Let's go, baby. They turn up.
They'll look to run with Freeman. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Kings.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
You bravo. You better be afraid of me. Bang, 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 bang. Out.
Watch out.
Watch out.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Hey, 180. 47. I got it.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. A nice little juke. It's caught by OBJ. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 13 yards out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Returnable here for Callaway. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Good. 180. Is the mic. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Shift.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
It's our time. It's our time.
On 1st down, Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 1-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Flacco. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. A big offensive